coming here, I was telling my colleague who was driving with me, I said, when you go here, you will find out that it's only part of Utomi and his gang and everybody that is here. Because when you talk about values, it is not one of those things that attract people. I always say to people, now if you want people to come, tell them you're doing wine carrying or wedding, anything. So when they gather to eat, then you talk to them about values. But if you tell them they're going to learn, nobody wants to learn anything in Nigeria. That's how our country is. That is why today we have illiteracy where they said 75% of 14-year-olds in Nigeria cannot read or write. They cannot do any mathematical calculation. Because the only way their parents take them is when they do wiring and hitting, diving. So that's the challenge we have. And that's the critical thing. So I thank you people for what you're doing. And I assure you that, please, it's difficult to do things like this. I look at my senior brother Pat most times and say, how can he be doing this for over the years? You know, that even me, who has done it less years than you, I'm feeling, haven't I done something wrong? Why don't I just pack and go and do something else? But you look at it and say, well, let's sacrifice and let's continue. You know. So I thank you for what you're doing. It's just the way to go. You can't talk about anything, you can't get it to work unless you sacrifice people like you who will come here to sit and talk about things that will enhance society tomorrow. It is a commitment that when you look at what is happening in our country today, when you look at it, every day you open the newspaper, it's about stealing, it's about waste, it's about consumption. Nothing happened there, you know. I did a message, see on Monday to people, I said, how can you use 400 people? You use the resources that is more than what you put in your primary health care to buy them vehicles. When you can use a third of that to do the same thing, and you have the today you have a higher infant mortality than India, 7 times your population, and it's worsening. And you're spending money recklessly in different directions. So I thank you before. Mine was to greet you, you know, when I keep saying, when my senior brother and my revered brother, Pat, told me this one, said, I'm doing this, I said, I'll come. You know, but every time I do, you know, whatever, I would have had an easier job if I had succeeded. Because all I needed was to assemble people like him and do whatever they say. And when they ask me, I say, these people are the ones who concentrate on what they say is what I did. That's what I did as the governor, and it succeeded. I hired people who were, when they happen, I say, see these women, they cause the trouble, not me. But we need to get things to work. We need to build a better society. And can only happen if we have leadership working with people with ideas. That's the only way it can work.